Okay, my friends, check it out. Here is my opinion of what is going on. There's some interesting stuff happening that needs to be looked at with BTC. Let's zoom in. Can we zoom in a little bit? Let me go back to the interactive chart. That's my commentary that I just made on TradingView. You can read that if you want. So here we are. All right, zooming in. Something significant that I noticed was with the volume. So let's draw on this chart and talk about this. We notice that with this particular area here, we had the massive volume that pushed us up with that first candle. And then we have this second massive volume here, which notice that it only did this. We stayed there. By the time it had almost gone up maybe 2/3, it closed back down to this point. Now we had this small red candle here that's responsible for this red here, and then medium volume continued it up a little bit, and then we had volume that tailed off here, and then not too much volume increasing that we see here that coincides with this pump right there. So then volume is increasing and price would increase. Then of course we had the small correction with these two big bars, and then we had this pump that coincides here, and then the massive pump with the mini dump in between. Here's the huge candle that was responsible for this pump, and notice we're still green here, we're still green here. These two green candles were closing on higher, and now notice we're in that matching double doji right here. You can see that these are identical. I believe we're on the daily. Yeah, this is on the daily. So when you see something like this happen, that's a big indicator of a reversal right there. That is something that we look for. Notice that we had a double here, and notice how the second one is bigger than the first one, but notice how these are identical up here. So we had a decision point after that was a correction. So if anything, there's a correction that's going to come down like right here. That'll be the next move. Now it could keep on repeating and take another surge up towards 9,000 and then repeat and take a final surge to 11,000. And I think it's going to depend on this volume, but in my opinion, the party's over. Now, let me erase everything and tell you why I think the party is over. The reason is this. Look at the size of the candle here on this pump. Look at the size of the candle of the volume on this candle pump. Okay? So, in all of the volume here, we see what was responsible for holding the sign batting, and we got all this volume here that is responsible for this massive pump. Now, to do this again, we're going to have some tremendous volume that keeps up. So in order to maintain this, oh man, volume is going to have to be looking like this for a while, and I don't see that happening. I mean, it could. Bitcoin has made a fool out of me, I don't know how many times here recently, but this is quite a bit of a drop in volume. And with that double doji there, that double is very telling. That's the key right there. So in summary, it's going to be a mini drop correction, which could come back to this previous support resistance level, and then a pump, and then we might have correction back to this 79 level, and then we hit the 9,000 or 11,000, or we start to do the big dive down until we get all the way back towards this moving average, the 200-day moving average. So time will tell. We will see what happens. My prediction is that the party is over. Get out the popcorn and ready for the big drop and ready to buy when we hit our revisiting of the all-time low. But it also might go to 11,500. We'll see. What do you think?